Okay, I'm here with my Ruger Gen 2, and if you watched the video Predator, where I went in and made this purchase at Carroll's Guns, you see that Don and Keisha really hooked me up good with some good equipment here. And today I'm coming out here to set this equipment up, and I'm going through the steps. We have, of course, torque wrench, my gun vise. I have my trigger gauge, and also my level, and I have the new Wraith 4 night vision scope that I'm going to be setting up on this rifle today. So we're going to get this thing prepped up and ready for hunting. Deer season is right around the corner. When I say right around the corner, for me, it's right around the corner because it is, we're getting ready to go into May. And what you want to do is you want to purchase all these any accessories you need, rifles, ammo. You want to start looking at purchasing those now before the market gets flooded with all these hunters at the last minute that are going in and getting all the equipment off the shelves, and then you can't find it. So I'm taking a break from my fishing, and I'm going back to set this up and get this rifle ready for hunting and for video to bring us a exciting deer hunting season. First, we're going to start with a basic thing that I like to do with any rifle. Take this out. Is I want to go ahead and look at this trigger pull. Before I touch anything else, I want to make sure that the trigger pull is right. Now, of course, no ammo has ever been put into this rifle. No clip, no ammo here. It's time to unload it. And I have my trigger gauge. With the trigger gauge, I'm going to put it here, pull it. That felt kind of strong to me. And we're at almost 5.5 pounds. I don't know if you can see this. We're almost 5.5 pounds there. Let me make sure, because I have problems aiming this camera. I can aim a rifle, can't aim the camera. Okay? You see it's at roughly just over 5 pounds. So we're gonna do it again. Just to be sure. We'll do it again. Okay. And again, we're at just at 5 pounds. That's another thing to note on most triggers. They're not gonna pull exactly the same each time. So you wanna do a couple of pulls on it to make sure that you're reading what you're reading. So now that we have that, because before I go through any of the steps of setting my scope up or adjusting my eye relief and all that, I want to make sure that that vital part is taken care of, that trigger pull. So now what I have to do, someone have to go in here and take this down and to adjust the trigger pull inside this rifle. Okay, you may hear me say, whew, every once in a while because it's hot out here. It's Georgia. But this is the true mechanisms of a rifle right here. You have, it's really a rather simple tool, believe it or not. You have the steel tube, that is your barrel. You have the bolt. This is the pin that actually hits the primer pocket in here and sends that, causes the explosion that burns the powder all the way out throughout this barrel. And down here you have the trigger that actually triggers that mechanism to happen. The stock or the handle of the rifle, which is this part, you know, it's made for the grip and for you to be able to control all this. So when you take this apart, this is what it looks like. And unfortunately, when I was about 4 years old, we had a house, our home was destroyed by fire, and we had all these rifles in the closet. And when I found them, you know, I was fascinated with guns at that age. All I found was this. And I didn't know what, I was like, what happened to the guns? But as I get older, you find out this is truly the working mechanism of a rifle. So anyway, what I'm gonna do here, in here, there's an adjuster for the trigger right here. And it is a 564 Allen wrench size. And we're gonna go counterclockwise, okay? Go counterclockwise with this. I'm gonna go, that's one turn. I'm gonna keep up my turns. 2 turns. 3 turns. I'm gonna go 3.5 because that's looking kind of slim, okay? Now, we're gonna go ahead now, re-rack it, put our gauge back on it at 3.5 turns. Three and a half turns took me to, looks like 4.5 pounds. So we're gonna try it again. 3.5 turns. Yep, it's still right there at 4.5 pounds. That's kind of heavy for me for a hunting rifle, so looks like 3.5 turns only took off a pound. So we're gonna take it on out a little bit further. 2 more turns, and we'll see what that does. Okay. We'll take it 2 turns more. Interesting. We're still at 4.5 pounds. Looks like it's not going to adjust anymore. Let me see if we can do this again. Well, I think we've reached full adjustment. That's as light as it's going to go. It's 4.5 pounds. It's not going to allow me to get it down to 3 pounds. Yep, 4.5. So that's as far as this is going to go. It's 4.5 pounds. So I can only take a pound off of it. It's not bad though. I prefer 3. Yep, it's still at 4.5. It will not allow me to adjust it any further. Okay? Okay. So, with that, what I'm going to do now, it's really not that bad. I don't know. It may be my gauge, because let me see. Yeah, it's a 4-pound trigger. It is a 4-pound trigger. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do here, since that's as far as that trigger is going to allow me to adjust, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of Loctite on. Okay, now that all the adjustments have been made, I'll go ahead and apply some Loctite to make sure that stays where it's supposed to go. And going to seal that back up. Okay. Now we're going to reassemble it, which is not very difficult. Just going to slide the trigger slot back where it's supposed to go. So I want to make sure that that was clear. That's going to clear my bolts when I put them back, and make sure those are free and clear. Now, didn't take these all the way out. So now, here's the other deal here, which is a crucial part of setting up any rifle. Want to make sure we're at least 45 to 65 inch-pounds. And we're right here at 55. I think that's going to be good. I'm going to go ahead and take it to 55 inch-pounds for this, just to be sure. And we're going to tighten in sequence. Do 2 or 3 turns here. 2 or 3 turns here. And go back and forth to make sure we get that barrel seated kind of evenly. So now everything's seated. Before we tighten it all the way up, and double check, make sure our safety is working properly. So our safety is on, and it's holding, off, it's firing, okay? We'll make sure that that's working properly, okay? Now we'll go ahead and tighten it down. Okay. Keep going. That one's clicked. That one's clicked. They're both evenly tightened. We've got a good clearance there. It looks good. Now, I'll go ahead and set it in the vise. Okay. You want to make sure those 2 steps are taken really before you go to the trouble of trying to set the scope on there or tighten the scope or whatever. You want to make sure that all your torque and everything is proper. Your trigger pull is good, torque is good. So now, with this scope, I'll take it out of the box. One thing that I noticed with it, there's no left or right. You know, it's simply you sit on the rails here. Well, of course you gotta loosen it up. Sit on the rail. Okay, we'll get it there. Now what I'm looking for is my eye relief on it. And you gotta hold this for 3 seconds. Turn it on. I'm going to sit this on the ground for now. Get this out of the way. And I'm looking for my eye relief, because that may be too close. I'm not sure. I think I can go forward with it. So I don't have to worry about putting a level on it, because like I said, there's no adjustment left or right. So now it's gonna be kind of a fun scope to work with. Go back to my grip. Okay, that's good, that's good. Okay, now, and when I looked at the direction on this scope, it says 20 to 25 inch-pounds of torque on those lures. So I'm gonna adjust it back down to 25 inch-pound. Right there, that's good. Okay. Use this. And of course, again, in sequence, Turn there, turn there, there, there. And that's 25, 25. And we're good. Now, the scope also comes with a light fixture. So, let me take that off. Like I said, it's going to be a fun scope to work with. Looking forward to it. So, put that here. Make sure I got clearance with my big hands. Go in there and turn and twist that. So I may go forward one notch on it. Just to be sure. Okay. All right. Yeah, now I got plenty of clearance. So now I'm gonna go ahead and torque that down. Don't want to over tighten that. Now, that's done. And so this tool is used. I'm done with that. Put my Allen wrench back. Done with that. All this. So now my scope is assembled. I think I'll drop, maybe to carry that in there, I don't know. I'll try to keep the ones I use most often. I keep them in my tool set. Okay. And these are the lithium batteries that come with this scope for that light. So there you have it. Now we're going to take this out and one more time. Now that we got everything assembled, let's test this out again. Yep, with just at 4 pounds. It's just at 4 pounds, so that's where it's going to be. But for some reason, it's a smooth trigger. So see what it feels like on the tip of my finger. Pretty. That's good. I'm good. I generally like for my triggers to be about 3.5 pounds, but a 4 pound trigger, it's not that much difference. It's a 6.5 Grendel, less recoil, and she's set up now, ready to go to the range. And go ahead and remove this. Also, I'm going to finish kitting it up. I'm going to put a bullet holder on the stock. The reason I like that bullet holder on there is because when I put my bullets on the sleeve, I can just grab my rifle and go. I keep all my rifles in safes. I don't leave them out in the open so children can get a hold of them. They're locked up in safes. And that way I don't have to fumble through. When you got, I don't know how many hunting rifles I have, but when you've got as many as I have, and you get ready to leave at 4 o'clock in the morning, you don't want to have to fumble through and find ammo for each different rifle. I just keep all the bullets on the stock, or I have them in a pouch that I keep in the gun case while the rifle locked up. So anyway, that's my rifle. That's my setup. Pretty. It's ready. Put that on safety. And it's ready to go. Look at that. It is a night vision scope. It's not a thermal scope. It is night vision, good out to 300 yards, and it's a 32 power scope. I've never shot a 32 power scope. Well, I never had a 32 power scope. I fired 32 power scopes, The highest scope that I have before this one is 25 power, and that's on my Vortex Strike Eagle, which is a very good scope, and everybody knows I'm partial to Vortex. I like Vortex because before I went to Vortex, I would buy a scope every 2 years because I buy one, they break because of the amount of times I'm firing a weapon, taking it out of the woods. The scope will break. Most of the time the manufacturer doesn't want to honor the warranty, but Vortex is not an issue. If it breaks for any reason, put it back in the box, send it to them, they'll fix it. And if they can't fix it, they'll send you a brand new one. If they don't have that one in stock, they'll send you the next one up. So can't beat that. No one can really touch that warranty, and that's why I'm partial to Vortex. But this is a Ray digital recording. It is 4K, and I got a memory card for it, so to record my shots, my groups. Now I'm actually to get this to range and sight it in. But that's what you want. You want to take those steps when you get ready to set your rifle up. Make sure you check your trigger pull, torque your stop, and then you want to go from there as far as setting up your scope or your optics, however you want to do that. And then the last thing I'm going to do is the little generic stuff, which is going to be a strap that probably matches this. I'll probably find a strap that matches this color, and then I'll put my bullet holder on the stop, and she's ready to hunt. Well, once I sight her in, she's ready to hunt. That's the newest member to the family. Thanks again to Carroll's Guns for hooking me up. I really appreciate it. Guys, I'm proud of it. Ready to get it to the field and use it and see what happens. All right, we'll see you all next time. Oh, by the way, one more thing. Yes, don't be this guy. Subscribe to Heat Shooting Outdoors. I really appreciate all my subscribers I had lately, and all of you that had channels, I went ahead and subscribed back. Everyone knows it is free. It's free to subscribe, so just do that and help support people that are out here on YouTube trying to get information out to you. Just hit that subscribe button. Thanks. We'll see y'all next time.